Thank you all for taking the time to listen to our presentation. Our presentation is going to be on continuous audit and continuous monitoring, presented by Jack Christoph and Felix Mcintosh. Okay. Before we get into continuous auditing and continuous monitoring, I think it would be a good idea if we first define what an audit actually is. Okay. An audit is an objective review and assessment activity independent of management with the objective of identifying weaknesses in processes and opportunities for improvement. There are several examples of audit types. Some include internal audit, external audit, IRS tax audit, financial audit, operational audit, compliance audit, information systems audit, payroll audit, as well as pay audit. And now we're going to just go right into what continuous auditing is. Continuous audit has similarities to traditional auditing because continuous auditing aims to identify weaknesses in processes and seeks opportunities for improvement. Continuous audit is an internal process that examines accounting practices, risk controls, and business procedures on an ongoing basis. Continuous audits are technology-driven and designed to automate error checking and data verification in real time. Additionally, a continuous audit-driven system generates alarm triggers that provide notice about anomalies and errors detected by the system. Continuous auditing is not to be confused with computer-aided auditing. As in computer-aided auditing, the auditor is simply being assisted by technology. An example of that would be spreadsheets to complete periodic audits. Computer-aided auditing is driven solely by the auditor, while continuous auditing is meant to run automatically at regular and tight intervals. And a traditional auditing, departments normally have a set schedule to do its work, whether monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or even annually. An individual or team spends time in each area to gather information, review and analyze data, and publish their reports for management and the audit committee of the board of directors. A continuous audit is implemented via technology, and these many logs assist the internal auditor or auditors in between their regularly scheduled formal audits. Whereas a continuous audit is an automated and ongoing process, a continuous audit enables internal audit to continually gather and process data that supports auditing activities. Continuous audit, again, is an automated ongoing process that enables internal to collect from processes, transactions, and accounts data that supports internal and external auditing activities, achieve a more timely, less costly compliance with policies, procedures, and regulations, shift from cyclical or episodic reviews with limited focus to continuous, broader, more proactive reviews, evolve from a traditional static annual audit plan to a more dynamic plan based on continuous auditing results. Reduce audit costs while increasing effectiveness through IT solutions. And now we're going to go more into the continuous monitoring. Continuous monitoring allows management to continually review business processes for adherence to and deviations from their intended levels of performance and effectiveness. Continuous monitoring allows management to determine more quickly and accurately where it should be focusing attention and resources in order to improve its processes. implement course corrections, address risks, launch initiatives to better enable the business to achieve its goals. Again, continuous monitoring is an automated, ongoing,
We might have lost him. Correct, Abby?
no, let me fix it. Continuous monitoring is an automated, ongoing process that enables management to assess the effectiveness of control and detect associated risk issues, improve business process and activities while adhering to ethical and compliance standards, execute more timely, quantitative and qualitative risk-related decisions, increase the cost effectiveness of controls, and monitoring through IT solutions. We would like to give you an example of real life marketing for continuous auditing and continuous monitoring technology.
To be captured, analysed, and shared. Performax 360 is a business intelligence platform that facilitates continuous auditing and continuous monitoring within organisations through providing live and ongoing risk intelligence on all critical audit areas. It engages relevant internal and external stakeholders, such as employees, customers, partners, and internal and external auditors, to provide ongoing evaluation and feedback on the effectiveness of internal processes, monitoring controls, audit resources, risk factors, and policy or compliance issues. It automates multi-stakeholder feedback and feed-forward data collection, analysis, and real-time reporting, powered by IBM Watson Cognitive Analytics. It identifies strengths and weaknesses based on risk intelligence, and serves as an early warning system for detecting and mitigating potential risk exposures, supported by its real-time performance alerts feature. It captures ideas for action from relevant internal and external subject matter experts and prioritizes stakeholder recommendations using an artificial intelligence fuzzy logic algorithm. It enables internal collaboration, action planning, and action plan implementation monitoring, leveraging its implementation. Specific business components that may be audited through Performax 360 include core internal functions, support functions, projects, policies, processes, or enterprise-wide issues, including business process management, governance, risk and compliance, environment, health and safety, supply chain management, quality management, and customer experience management. Performax 360 automates the continuous audit and monitoring process, supporting boards, audit committees, management teams, internal audit teams, and external audit firms. Organizations may engage a multidisciplinary team of professionals, provide continuous feedback and recommendations on key policy or process compliance areas to augment and enhance their existing internal audit capabilities. The board of directors may receive regular insights into the status of key risk areas across the enterprise, thus improving their overall risk and control oversight capability through enhanced detection and monitoring. Senior management may gain end-to-end visibility into the organization, enhancing its oversight capabilities and providing line managers with better tools to manage day-to-day responsibilities. Internal audit directors and audit committees may enhance the quality of their internal audit function, in order to deliver strategic business assurance, identify business opportunities, and enhance organizational value. Internal audit teams are empowered with an early warning system to identify potential problems so that they can address control or process failures closer to the occurrence, armed with 360-degree operational intelligence. And external audit firms may engage internal and external stakeholders of their client firms to provide grassroots operational intelligence on key compliance issues, supporting operational risk assurance. To learn more about how Performax 360 can help your organization implement or enhance continuous audit and monitoring capabilities, schedule a free consultation at our website, www.
It's nice.
Jack,
Yep.
that video was a little bit rickety. So do us all a favor and send us the link. So if we want to watch it afterwards, we can do it. Okay. I could see I could see most of it, but was rickety.
Okay. All right. I'll send you the. I can put the link in the chat as well.
No, just give me a link. That's okay.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Felix Mcintosh, and I'll be continuing from where my colleague Jack ended. So, continuous audit and continuous monitoring adapted today. Even though there are many business executives who understand the importance of adapting continuous audit and continuous monitoring in the wake of growing risk and increasing need to meet regulations, there are just few of them that have adapted the program. Executives should adopt continuous audit to enhance an ongoing audit process of internal audit and continuous monitoring to maintain conformity to its goals on an ongoing basis. When a management must decide on improving its operations, reducing risk, and meeting its objective in a timely fashion, continuous auditing and continuous monitoring are the programs to adapt. While these two programs are separate, continuous audit is concerned with audit and continuous monitoring is concerned with management. Next, can you give me the next slide, Jack? So risk intelligence approach in continuous audit and continuous monitoring. Deloitte, for example, has adopted continuous audit and continuous monitoring by supporting the risk intelligence enterprise, which brings together Deloitte's philosophy of risk and approach to risk. Risk intelligence approach is different from traditional approaches to risk in that it provides an integrated risk management framework in which top managers and employees can recognize and manage risk at various levels of operation in decision making. Various auditing and continuous auditing and continuous monitoring systems and techniques should be guided by risk intelligence practice. So factors that necessitate the implementation of continuous audit and continuous monitoring in today's business environment. The growing demand for faster, better decisions and cost-effective risk management, the increasing pressure on internal audit to provide assurance to stakeholders, the rising complexity and change in regulatory requirements, the more effect to align internal audit activities with management's strategic goals. So these are just implementation model, the 5 stages of this model, and then it speaks about the the development of the business case, and this can be implemented by management on its own. There is no standard format that one can follow, but management can choose its own style of implementation. And then it has to do with the plan and design and implementation, build and implement the continuous monitoring and the continuous audit systems, and their monitoring, monitor performance and progress, and refine as needed. Can you get me next slide? So how continuous auditing and continuous monitoring operate? Used for monitoring transaction, continuous audit and continuous monitoring is able to detect and report any potential deviation from management's policy. It's used for controlling freight costs. It has the capability of automatically identifying and reporting cost of freight based on capacity, route, and destination within a given period. Restricting breaches to authority, it's capable of continually monitoring spending approvals to an entity by authorized personnel and summarizes payments by entities, dates, and amounts. Protection by use of personal password allows management or internal audit to experiment, gain experience, and realize early and incremental return. Obstacles to continuous audit and continuous monitoring being adopted today. Next slide, please. Okay. Confusion regarding the efficacy of enterprise resource planning and governance, risk management and compliance systems, internal competition for resources and funds, executives' perceived resource allocation. Executives allocate resources to initiatives that provide that they perceive as yielding the greatest return in keeping with their organization's goals and objectives. To commit or not to commit decisions. To commit resources to the implementation of continuous audit or continuous monitoring, executives need to be convinced on how continuous audit and continuous monitoring will improve their current risk management, internal controls, audit activities, and how implementation might proceed. Continuous audit and continuous monitoring, consideration of risk versus management's consideration. While continuous audit and continuous monitoring consider the entity's overall risk management at the operational level, management often look at risk management holistically, but fail to bring it to the operational level, even though that is where effective risk management occurs. So, possible solutions to the obstacles of continuous audit and continuous monitoring adoption today. If management asks themselves the following questions, it could drive the thinking of continuous audit and continuous monitoring toward the operational level and subsequent adoption of the program. How do we currently monitor controls? How well do the entities controls currently function? How do we currently allocate internal audit resources? How do we determine that allocation is at optimal level? What cost and internal risk do our current methods of controls monitoring and auditing create? The above questions.
I have a question. I have a comment. The comment is, I developed the first continuous auditing application known from 86 to 90. And now, meaning 30 years later, continuous auditing is a hot topic. So you chose well your topic.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Felix, And you're going to read the outcome?
Yeah. So, so to provide an integrated risk management framework in which leaders and employees at all levels can recognize and manage risk in their decision-making and operating activities. This brings us to the conclusion of our presentation. Chris and Felix. Thank you.